Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video. This is another paid request. This time from SplitSin91. Thank you so much for that. And for those interested in requesting pretty much any type of videos, requests of reactions, commentaries, re-reviews, what have you, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box under pretty much any of these videos. But yeah, SplitSin91 wanted me to talk about Goosebumps, a two-part episode, The Ghost Next Door. Now, I didn't grow up with the Goosebumps TV show. I do remember the books. Although I will be honest, back then I think I asked my mom to get me the books, and then I had like 3 of them, but I never read them. It was just I liked the cover to them. And maybe I read them once, but it wasn't that many. And again, what I remember the most are the covers. Now, I have reviewed, I want to say it was The Haunted Mask, Part 1 and Part 2. And I remember not minding those episodes. Now, this one is a two-parter. It starts out with this little girl's in bed, and strange things are afoot. There's this man in black, this shadow outside. She tries to call 911, but they can't hear her. And when they least to know, she meets this boy who moved in. But the little girl's confused, like, wait a minute, there's no way you could have moved in. No one lives at that house. I would have known someone moved in. And as the first part of the episode keeps going, she's wondering, there's something else going on here. Wait a minute, how come there's no power in your house? How come you're using candles? How come we're talking but your mom can't hear us? She keeps seeing this shadowy figure. And then she comes to the conclusion, no, wait a minute, this kid is a ghost. Hence the ghost next door. Well, spoiler alert, you come to find out that the kid's mom, the boy's mom, is deaf. They haven't got electricity in yet. And this piece of paper you found that said this place burnt up, actually this is your place. The little girl's like, no, not, this is my place. And then she sees this all screwed up. She tries to walk through, passes through the boy, and the boy's like, yeah, there's a ghost around you. And it's you. So it's a reveal that she's the ghost the whole time. I guess I should have seen that coming, but I guess I didn't give Goosebumps I didn't give him the leniency, I didn't give him the respect that they could be a bit clever. I don't know why. I just assumed, okay, it's a girl, finds out he really is a ghost. Oh, okay, she's a ghost. Okay. I didn't mind that twist. I'm sure most people could see it coming a mile away, but for me, I guess I had such... I don't know why I had low expectations. Because, I mean, the acting from the kids are there. I mean, I wouldn't say they're strong in terms of acting. But the little girl and I would say the little boy did better than the little girl, but the little girl is very much type of a school play type of acting and an enunciation, and you just see it's more acting. It's not natural. It doesn't come off as natural. So I don't know. I thought she was kind of weak as the lead. Not terrible, not awful, but you know, it is more acting. And then the second part is realization that she's a ghost. Talks with this shadowy figure who is staring her and laughing at her, but then says, "Oh, I didn't want to scare you." I'm like, then why were you stalking her and trying to scare her? Like, why didn't you come up and talk to her to begin with if you need something from her? Oh, because if he did, that would have revealed the twist in the first part. So the shadowy figure seems a bit inconsistent from the first part to this part. Because now he's chummy. I'm going to teach you how to be a ghost. I'm going to help you steer this mailman. I'm like, what, are you Vincent Schiavelli? Teaching Patrick Swayze the ways of being a ghost? And Although I think that's a much better movie and much better done in that movie. Ghost is a really good movie. But it's that thing like someone teaching another how to grab something physically, and in this case it's a letter, and steer the mailman. So one thing leads to another. The girl does save the boy. She figures out that the shadow wants to kill the boy so that he can take the boy's form. I just become a shadow to an actual ghost. So one thing leads to another. The boy is kind of egged on by these other guys to, how was that, like a bottle rocket? I forget what it is. He messes up, a fire gets started, he gets knocked out, and the girl plays the piano so someone hears it, comes in. Of course, I'm sure people be, oh, maybe that's a radio. Because it is someone playing a piano. You're like, well, why the hell would someone play a piano when a house is on fire? You would think, oh, it must be some radio. Did you turn your TV on? I don't know. Maybe the TV got turned on. Maybe the radio got turned on. Just something electrical system in the fire. I don't know if you hear someone play the piano, you would just assume someone was in there. But I guess, in this case, they did. Like if it was someone like banging on the piano, oh wait, someone's banging on the piano. Maybe something's in there. But someone's playing so fluently, it's like, wait a minute, why is someone playing fluently on a piano when the house is on fire? Why aren't they screaming? Why aren't they yelling? Why are they taking time to play it so great? I mean, I figured it would be her throwing rocks because earlier in the first part of the episode, she got scared by a rock thrown through her window. And then later on, when she goes back and everything's burnt up and she realizes the truth, she sees that same rock that went through the window. Maybe, oh, let me do that and throw shit out the window. Wait, you hear that? Yeah, someone's throwing stuff through the window. There must be someone in there. I think that would have worked better than her playing the piano. I try to remember if they established she played the piano. They must have, and I forgot. But yeah, I don't understand the whole let's play the piano fluently. I don't know. It just is what it is. But she saves the kid from the fire. She reunites with her family, and says her goodbyes. The end. Now, yes, the little girl, her acting is it's not awful, it's not terrible, but it's not natural or smooth. I thought the little boy did a bit better than her. It went at a good enough pace. It wasn't boring. Each episode was like 20 some minutes long, and that includes like the opening credits. It's meant for kids, so it's nothing that horrible, egregious, or scary that you don't see. It's fairly tame in that matter. I mean, the story at least was interesting enough for me to see where it was going. The twist that the girl was dead alone. I didn't, like I said, most people probably see that coming. I just didn't think about it. I had too low expectations for it. Interesting on some of the choices, like making the mom of the boy deaf. Thus, they could get away with, why is the kid and her talking in some scenes and the mom doesn't say anything. Again, I don't know why. Because from what I understand, she was a ghost that was sent there to save this boy. And then at the end, the other family ghost is like, good job. I'm sitting there going, well, how the hell did she get there in the first place? Like, all the other ghosts, including the two little boys, they understood they were dead, but this little girl, for some reason, didn't understand she was dead. But everybody in her family, again, including her two brothers, I guess, they seem her same age, they all understood they were dead, I guess. But and why didn't the mom or the dad? Why didn't those ghosts come in to be able to help her and be able to talk to her? Is this some kind of unwritten rule in the ghost world? Hey, the mom ghost, the dad ghost, you can't help her. You think they would be revealed after she finds out she's a ghost. But no. It's like, well, even then, well, why don't they come back and say, hey, I, I don't know, there's not really explanation as to why the mom and dad ghost and all that couldn't help the kid in the second part of the two-parter. Just because. I mean, I don't know, there's some kind of rule. It's a spirit world, asshole, they can't see him. But I mean, it was, like I said, it was fast-paced, it was interesting enough of a story for it to keep me interested to see what would happen next. Like I said, the boy did a decent enough job. But I don't know, I don't really have much to say about it, actually. Like, the music was there, the production quality was there. I mean, it's a TV show that, doesn't look like they had the most prominent in terms of effects. Like, there's no crazy makeup effects to talk about. There's no, like, the shadowy figure was iffy looking. I'd probably say the Haunted Mask 1 and 2 were better. I felt like I had a bit more to talk about with them compared to this. Like I say, it was fine. It was harmless. It was a harmless two-parter. It's funny that this shadowy figure... Why did he even need the girl? I'm trying to think. The girl ghost. I'm trying to think now. He's like, I don't waste my time trying to teach you. I'm like, this shadowy figure... I'm sure there's a lot of other ways you make this kid die. But... I don't know. Doesn't matter. Also, when she called 911, does that mean she had a phone? Like, the phone in that area worked, even though it was all burnt up? Because she had a 911 caller, I guess they got the call, but they couldn't hear anything. But in this burnt up place, she had an actual phone that worked? Or by her ghost powers, she made the... Because, again, the first part of the first episode, with the phone, it's like, okay, so was there a real phone in this burnt up place? Or because she imagined it was a real phone, did she imagine the phone call? But if she imagined it, you think they would answer back. So it was a real phone call, and they just couldn't hear it because she's a ghost. But it was an actual working phone in this burnt up shit place. And you're not supposed to think about it. I just realized at the end of the day, I didn't mind the general basis of the story. And it was one of those things, it was going at a fast enough pace that I'm like, yeah, okay, kind of that reaction. But, also this is meant for kids. It's not meant for older people. So, again, maybe if you're a big fan of Goosebumps, the show, you're a big fan of the books, it's worth a watch. To me, it was indifferent. Didn't make me mad, didn't make me angry. It was there. So with that said, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.